Hello, welcome to Keep Moving with Emily. Today we are going to do some exercise for people living with multiple sclerosis. According to research, exercise is not only important for people living with MS, but it's also safe. And so today I'm going to show you a series of exercises that you can do seated in a chair, whether that be aerobic, some neuromotor, hand-eye coordination. We're going to do a little bit of yoga, stretching, and breathing. All of these things, based off of science and research, have been shown to be really beneficial for people living with MS, and I'm going to show you how to do it. So, in terms of equipment that you need, you're going to need a chair. So whether you're using a chair with no arms, or you're using a chair with arms, or if you're using your the wheelchair that you use, awesome. Make sure that it is stable. And I'm sitting with my back off against the chair just to engage my core even more. Now, throughout this whole exercise, it's really important that you have good posture. And so what that means is, feet are flat on the ground, hips are even, and then I'm sitting up nice and tall, elongating my spine, kind of aligns with my head, shoulders, and hips. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So, like I said, we're going to do some aerobic. We're going to get our heart rate up. We're going to work on some neuromotor, hand-eye coordination stuff. So you'll want to make sure you have a tennis ball. If you don't have a tennis ball, no big deal. We can always visualize having a tennis ball in our hands. I have water with me and a fan going, especially if you experience heat sensitivity. It's important to have a fan as well to keep you cool. But we'll be doing about a 30-minute class. And so here, let's keep moving. So, like with any workout or exercise, the important thing you need to do is make sure you get a good warm-up. Because our muscles are like rubber bands. You never want to try to stretch a rubber band if it's cold. And same thing, we don't want to start doing some extreme exercises without actually warming up our bodies. And so that is what we're going to do. We're going to kind of warm up from our head to our toes. We're going to do a little bit of Tai Chi to kind of warm up the spine. And so let's do this. So I want you to take a big breath in, up to the ceiling, elongate, reach those fingertips up, exhale through the mouth. Let's take a big breath in again, reaching those arms up, swooping, exhale, push. Very nice. This time we're going to reach those hands forward, reach up to the sky, and as we exhale, I want you to let it all out. Good. Big breath in. Now if you get dizzy by bending over, we're just going to reach those hands up, exhale, hands come down. This is your workout. Make it your own. You know your body, listen to it. And exhale. Very nice. Let's roll those shoulders a couple times back. Getting sitting up nice and tall, using the core. Can you go the opposite direction? Warming up those shoulders a bit. Good. Let's open up those arms nice and big and cross it over. All day we sit kind of hunched over. So anytime we can really open up that chest, super important. Good. One more. Tiny little circles forward. Still warming up those shoulders. We'll use those later. Reverse it. Very nice. Good. Hands come back to neutral. I want you to kind of visualize having a little energy ball in front of you. And so we're going to push this ball from our right side. Inhale nice and big. And exhale. Switching those hands, focusing the eyes on our hands. Like we got that ball. Core is nice and tight. Arms are up nice and strong. Good. Tai Chi is great for warming up the spine. Focusing our attention. We're going to take 30 minutes out of our day. It's important to be present. Good. Exhale. So push across. Inhale as you bring it across. Good. This time as we push this ball, I want you to bring that ball up all the way around the head and finish that circle. Good. And we'll do the other side. Good. Push this ball up and around. You're going to feel that in your core. You're going to feel that in your arms. Very nice. Bring this ball up and around the head. Good. Last one around the head. Good. And bring those arms down. This time as we breathe in, make a big circle. And as you exhale, I want you to push like you're pushing a wall. Good, big breath in. And exhale, other side. Oh, almost like you're waking up in the morning. Exhale. Feels good in the shoulders. Where we have helps our wake up our body, get that range of motion going. Very nice. Let's push that back across. Good. Last one. And bring it back to neutral. Very nice. So you should feel your body a little bit warmed up. Maybe your heart rate's up there just a tad. Now that our body is warm, we're going to move into our aerobic section. So this is kind of where our music's going to pick up. This is where we're really going to get our heart rate going. Increasing our heart rate is super important for many reasons. It helps prevent comorbidities. It also helps kind of either improve, maintain our lung and heart function. So cardiovascular, we're going to be breathing hard and our heart rate's going to be getting up, and that's super important. And I'm going to show you some modifications. So what we're going to be doing is what's called high intensity interval training, or HIIT. And what we'll be doing is we're going to be working for 15 seconds. So I want you to work. My motto is always quality over quantity. So I really want you to get the movement down. And once you've got it down, then you're going to pick up the speed. We're going to work for 15 seconds. We're going to rest for about 10. And we'll do that about 4 times through, 3 times through. And then we'll move on to the next exercise. So when we work, we're going to work. And when we rest, we're going to make sure we rest. So the first exercise is what I like to call a mountain climber. And so what this is going to look like, you're going to raise that right arm up to the sky, extending as far as you can, depending on your range of motion. And then we're going to switch. So this is the arm part. Mountain climbers are great because you're going to keep going while I talk. They're great because they work our minds, because I'm going opposite and switching. This helps our range of motion, flexibility, and our heart rate as you reach those arms up nice and high. Now, to add in another extra piece for our lower half, as I reach that right arm up, that left knee is coming up at the same time. So I'm engaging my core and lifting this knee. And then as I bring those down, I'm going to switch opposite arm to opposite leg. So this is what a mountain climber is going to look like. Awesome. Now, if our lower extremities, maybe we have some limited mobility, you can just do those arms like a really quick rope climb. Or if you have limited mobility, but you can kind of still get something, I want you to do a toe raise, toe raise. So opposite arm, opposite leg. That's what it's going to look like. It might take a couple of rounds for you to get the movement, but again, quality over quantity, figure out the movement, and then speed it up. I'm going to show different variations through it. But I'm going to turn on my timer. We're going to do these mountain climbers and give it a try. So we will get started in 10 seconds. Again, we are working for 15 seconds. Do that mountain climber for 15 seconds. We're going to rest for 10. Cool? All right. Are you ready? Begin. Reach up and down. So here's this mountain climber. I'm reaching opposite arm with opposite leg. Good. Once I get that movement down, I can speed it up and 3 seconds to go. Rest. Don't forget to breathe. Super important as you breathe each time. This time I'm going to leave out my legs and I'm just going to do arms, but you keep doing what feels good to you. Ready? So reach and reach. Driving that elbow down, pushing that arm up, and once you get the movement, I'm still sitting up nice and tall, reaching and pulling. Awesome job. And rest. Let's do it again. Whatever version feels good to you. I'm going to do a toe raise this time. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Again, we're engaging our brain and our whole body, legs, arms, and get that cardio going. Good. This little calf raise is great. Good job. Rest. Can you give me one more? Wherever you can, challenge yourself or keep doing what you're doing. We got 15 seconds of work left. Let's go. Here we go. I'm going to just do arms. This one really makes my heart rate go. Reaching and pulling. Very nice. Reach and pull. 5 seconds to go, and then we are resting and moving on to the next exercise. Whew. Again, if you need water while we're doing this, awesome. All right, next move is a crossover punch. So I am bringing this arm across the body. It's like I'm reaching for something in a cabinet. So I'm gonna reach, bring that arm down, reach and pull. So I'm engaging that core, twisting at the spine, punch across the body. Now, if you wanna engage your lower extremities, left arm is punching across with that left foot tap. Bring it back to the middle, switch, switch. If that works for you, awesome. If anything, I just want you to stay here with those arms. All these movements are functional movements that we do every day, like reaching across. And so I really want you to engage the core, follow those eyes to those hands. Let's do this. If you had a bad day, take it out right now. 5 seconds, we're gonna get started. Big breath in. And crossover punches. Good. Anytime we cross over the midline, reaching right over to left, we're engaging that brain even more. Good. Firing that brain, make it work. Awesome job. This time I'm going to incorporate my legs, but you keep doing what you're doing if that feels good to you. All right, 15 seconds of work. Are you ready? Set, begin. So I'm tapping that same foot, just tapping it out to the side, reaching across, working that range of motion. Good. Heart rate should be getting up there. And rest. Awesome job. Going back to just arms. You can alternate with me. Keep doing what you're doing. Sitting up nice and tall. Here we go. Reach. Keep that core nice and tight. Punching up to that corner. Switching really quickly. Keep it up. Very nice. We have one more set. At the end of the day, we're kind of doing about a minute of work. You can do it. 15 seconds of work. That's all we got left. You ready? I'm going to add in that foot again. Again, like always, listen to your body. Do what feels good to you. Good job. Keep it up. 3 seconds. And rest. Well done. Again, you can start feeling that heart rate or extending those arms, getting that body move in. This next move is called a cherry picker. So I'm going to kind of show you a couple of different modifications. So we're going to reach those hands up to the sky, bring the hands to the hips. Full range of motion is hinging at the waist, bringing those hands to the feet, back up to the hips, really engaging that core as I sit nice and tall and reaching up. This movement we do every day. We drop something on the floor, we got to pick it up, or we're reaching for something high, and so that's what this whole body movement is going to do. Now, if you get dizzy because your head is going below your heart, then I want you to reach those hands up to the sky, hands to the hips, and then reach forward. Here, reach. Here, and reach. That's what we're going to be doing for this set. Are you ready? Less than 10 seconds, we will get started. Really keep that back and core nice and strong as we bend over. You ready? Set, begin. Reach those hands up, down, to the floor. Start off nice and slow. And then when you can, speed it up. 5 seconds left. You're going to feel this in your lower back, your core, your arms, rest. You're going to do that a bit of a bicep curl as we bring those arms up. And then a shoulder press as we reach those arms up. This time, forward. Hands to the sky, hands to the hips, reach. Core is engaged. We're working that balance. Make sure you stay nice and deep. Good. Have fun. Woo. Very nice. All right, let's go again. Full body workout right here. Hands to the hips, sky, sky, hips, floor, sky, hips, floor. We're working that mind as you figure out what works best for you. Maybe it's just here or reaching forward. Woo! Good job. One more. You got it. Big breath in. Last one. Let's do this. Hands to the hips. I'm going to reach it forward this time. Good. Keep it up. Last 3 seconds. And rest. Awesome job. We got one more aerobic exercise, and then we're going to move into neuromotor. So the last one we're going to do is push-ups, which everyone's like, oh my gosh, no, don't make me do push-ups. But these are modified push-ups. So again, we're sitting up nice and tall. My back's off against the chair. I'm reaching those hands forward, extending all the way through. And I'm bringing those elbows back, opening up that chest. So just like that push-up motion, open and push. So I'm squeezing through those shoulder blades, opening up that chest, and then I'm extending, pushing. Just like if you were to push, all right? So to add a little bit more, you can march those feet in place as we push and pull. All right, so this is our last set, 15 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest. We'll rest and move on, all right? 10 seconds, we will get started. Here we go. Big breath in. Get those arms going, get those legs going if you can, and push. I'm marching those feet, squeezing in those shoulder blades as I drive those elbows back, nice and wide like I'm elbowing something behind me. Push and pull. Good. Very nice. Woo. Rest. Good job. All right. I'm going to take out the legs this time, and we're just going to do arms. Good. And push. And bring those elbows back. Good. Very nice. If you want to kind of switch it up, you can kind of do opposites too. Kind of engages the core a little bit more. Almost like a punching movement. Good. Rest. Halfway. We got 2 more sets. Working for 15 seconds right here. Do what feels good to you. And begin. Good. Again, once you get the movement down, you can speed it up. Stick with the same pace. As long as you keep moving, that makes me happy. But listen to your body too. Very nice. And rest. Woo! We got one last set. 15 seconds is all I'm asking. You can do it. Here we go. Last set. And begin. And just go here. And then again, if you want to alternate those arms, pushing right then left, it's up to you. You do what feels good to you. And woo, rest. Heart rate is up there. We're going to continue working those arms just a little bit. We're going to do what's called neuromotor exercise. So obviously we know that MS impacts us in so many different ways, and so it's really important that we try to continue to move all these pieces so that we can continue to maintain our independence and our physical function. So grab that tennis ball, and what we're going to be doing is a little bit of hand-eye coordination using a simple piece of equipment like a tennis ball. So I'm going to be sitting up nice and tall. I'm going to open up my arms nice and wide, palms facing in front. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to bring that ball right in front, squeezing in the chest, exchange the ball from left to right, open up nice and big, and switch. Open and switch, making sure we hold on nice and tight to that ball so we're really engaging our dexterity and our hand grip, and then we're also switching from right to left or left to right, whatever hand you're going from. Now, if you want to add something to make it a little bit harder, it's going to feel like a doctor's appointment, you know, when they make us touch our nose to their finger. So as you're doing this exercise, since we're seated and we're in a safe position, I'm going to close my eyes. This really works on our proprioception, or like where we are in space. So if just exchange the ball is too easy for you, try it with your eyes closed. So we're going to go 2 sets of 15 seconds, and we'll do a couple different exercises, all right? So get ready. 10 seconds we'll get started. Again, sitting up nice and tall. Arms are out nice and wide. All right, and begin squeezing in the chest, exchange that ball. Goal is not to drop the ball. Obviously, if you can, we're going to speed it up, switching from left to right, hanging them tight to that tennis ball. And when we rest, we're holding here, really engaging in the core, in those arms, that static hold. And we're going to go one more time through and begin. Good. Squeezing those shoulder blades together as you open up nice and wide. Arms are going to feel warm. Those arms are going to need some stretching, which we will get in a little bit. Good. And hold for 10 seconds, and then we're going to rest, and we're going to move on to the next exercise. Woohoo! Good. And rest. Very nice. Okay. So shake out those arms just a little bit. What we're going to be doing next is, as our palms are facing forward, I just want you to rotate those palms up to the sky, reaching the ball up and over our head. Again, we're switching from left to right, and then back out here, and then up and down. Again, we're working for 15 seconds. We're going to hold out nice and strong for 10, twice through. All right? Here we go. And begin. Up and over the top of our head and out. Very nice. Again, holding through that core nice and strong. Those arms are warming up. A tennis ball doesn't weigh a whole lot, and it's still, can you hold? Now obviously, if our range of motion, we aren't able to go all the way up over our head, go as high as you can, even if you have to kind of like bend at the elbows. It's up to you, what feels good to you. Up and down. This is our last set of this one. Good job. My dog wants to steal my tennis ball. Can you hold? Good job. It's all right. Having a workout buddy is important. Oh, and rest. Oh, man. Roll those shoulders. All right, so our last round, we're going to switch twice. So we go one direction and then the other. So this is what it's going to look like. This time we're going to open up the arms, bring that ball around our back, opening up that chest, switching hands, back in the middle, open and switch. So I'm going clockwise this first round, and then we'll go counterclockwise the second round. All right, so again, reaching behind and forward, behind and forward. Now, if you're not able to reach your hands all the way behind your back, ball's in my left hand, I'm just going to tap, open up those arms wide, and then you can switch in the front. Open. Okay? That's what it's going to look like. Are you ready? 15 seconds of work. We're going clockwise the first round. Ready? Begin. Opening that chest, sitting up nice and tall, exchanging the ball. One hand in the front and in the back. Opening up that chest. Feels good. Keep it up. And rest. Good job. Now this next round, we're going to go the opposite round, or the opposite way. All right? Here we go. Last set. And begin. Good. Again, sit up nice and tall. Again, if you can't reach those hands all the way back behind, you can just kind of open up those arms nice and big. Good. We're almost finished. And rest. Awesome job. Simple exercises, and all we need is a tennis ball, but if anything, you can kind of visualize holding that ball too. All right? Well, and that's what happens too when you play with the dog's toys. All right, so now that our body is nice and warm, and maybe we're feeling a little bit of tenseness in those muscles, we are gonna stretch it out and do a little bit of yoga now. So, grab a swig of water if you need it. We want to make sure that we're listening to our body this whole time. If anything feels maybe not right, or you just need a rest, that's totally fine. Okay? All right. So, as we sit up nice and tall, we're going to do a little bit of yoga. So, I want you to inhale those hands up to the sky. Palms are together. This is called extended mountain pose. So we're really elongating that spine, reaching those fingertips up to the sky. Take a big breath in. And as we exhale, I want you to forward fold, bringing that chest to your thighs. Bring your head all the way down, makes you dizzy. You can just stay here. Exhale nice and big. And I want you to inhale those arms all the way up back into that extended mountain pose. And as you exhale, press those arms down to neutral. Very nice. So I'm going to grab my left leg and I'm going to hug that knee to my chest. This feels really good, especially in our hips. If you're able to do some ankle rotations, go for it. You can always use a towel or a TheraBand to help get your leg up there. Good. Inhale nice and big, and as we exhale, you can either extend that leg out in front or bring it to the floor and hinge forward into a nice little hamstring stretch. Good. Exhale here. And as we inhale, bring that foot back to neutral. And go through that one more time. The opposite side. So inhale nice and big, extended mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Chest comes to those thighs. Inhale nice and big, using that core to sit you up nice and tall. Exhale, press those hands down. Grab that opposite leg underneath the thigh and hugging that knee to your chest. Now if we have some spasticity, this may take a couple of rounds or it might take a little bit longer to get there. That is okay. Big breath in. Exhale. You can either extend that foot or bring it down to the floor and bend forward. Nice little hamstring stretch. Feel the back of that leg. And bring that foot forward. Very nice. And take a big breath in. Ooh, and open up that chest into cobra. I want you to grab the back of the chair or just reach those arms. And as we exhale, I want you to do a little bit of a angry cat, so I'm rounding those shoulders, feeling a stretch in those shoulder blades. Inhale, back to neutral. Very nice. I'm going to do something a little bit different this time. So as we inhale, I want you to just have those palms face each other into warrior one. Big breath in. As we exhale, push those arms out to the side like you're trying to push the walls. Good. Feel a nice stretch in those fingertips. Inhale, we're going to swoop those arms and reach forward. This is working our core and our back, trying to keep flat, elongated. Exhale into that cobra. And into that angry cat. With yoga, breathing is super important as you move from one movement to another. Inhale. Do that one more time. Inhale up to warrior one. Palms face each other. Exhale, warrior two. Reaching those fingertips. Feel nice stretch. Inhale, swoop and reach. Exhale into cobra. And angry cat one more time. And exhale. Very nice. So that's a little bit of yoga flow, which is fun, moving from one movement to another. It's very fluid. Still kind of gets that heart rate up. And so now we're going to really stretch it out. We're going to stretch it out from our head to our toes. So as we sit up nice and tall, I want you to bring your left ear to your left shoulder, reaching that right arm down. You can kind of play with the angle of your chin. Really feel a stretch all in here. And breathe. Take a big breath in. And as we exhale, I want you to just kind of slowly roll opposite ear to opposite shoulder and then reach that opposite hand. And then again, play with that angle of your chin. Really feeling it in that left side here. We hold a lot of tension and stress in our neck, so this stretch feels really good. Take a big breath in. And as we exhale, back to neutral. Very nice. All right, take a big breath in up to the sky. And exhale. We're going to reach that left arm up to the sky. My right arm is on my chair. And as I exhale, I'm just leaning over to the side, almost like I'm trying to draw a seam. You're going to feel a nice stretch all in your lats and in your ribs and in your obliques. And then this right hand is just here to stabilize me so I don't fall over. Good. Really helps get things stretched out. Feels good. Take a big breath in, reaching that arm up high. Exhale, hand comes down. Place this hand now on your chair. Big breath in with that right arm. Exhale and reach. Oh, feels good. Feel every muscle. And as we breathe out, relax. Inhale, hand comes up. Exhale, hand comes down. Very nice. I'm going to bring my left arm across my body, grabbing it with my left, and hugging that arm to my chest. So I'm going to feel a nice stretch all in my arms. At the same time, I'm going to do a little bit of a rotation. Very nice. Breathe in and out, nice and slow. Take a big breath in, open up those arms. Exhale, other arm comes across, hugging that arm with the other one. Good. When it comes to stretching, you can hold these stretches as long as you want. Long stretches are great after workouts. This helps kind of prevent injuries, continues to improve, maintain our flexibility, range of motion, things like that. Good. And exhale. We're going to do a little bit of a spinal twist. So I'm going to take a big breath in. I'm going to rotate to the left as I exhale. I'm placing my right hand on my left thigh, and then I'm opening up my chest. So you're going to feel a nice little twist in the spine, but not too intense. Focusing on your breathing. Feeling all those muscles kind of relax. Take a big breath in. Exhale. Back to neutral. Good. We're going to go to the other side. Big breath in. Exhale, and tiny little twist in the spine, keeping those knees forward. This time my left hand is on my right thigh. Opening that chest up. Good. Big breath in. And exhale. Very nice. Now we're going to stretch out our lower half. So I'm going to be extending my left foot forward. My heel is going into the toe, into the sky. So I take a big breath in, and I'm going to exhale, and I'm just going to lean forward. Now, you don't have to lean forward and reach for that toe. You can really feel a stretch right here, but if you want a little bit more, you can reach for that shin, ankle, or toe. Good. Every time you exhale, I want you to see how deep you can stretch. Feel it in the back of that leg. But again, you don't have to go too far. You can definitely feel it. Stretching is super important, especially when it comes to spasticity. It really helps kind of release tension in our legs. And so it may take a few times or a little bit longer to really have those muscles relax. So it's really important to do this throughout the day, or even using a care partner to help you stretch. A lot of great resources to show you how to do that. Good. Big breath in. And bring this foot, same foot, we're going to bring it up on top of our other thigh. So it almost looks like I have an L or a 4. My left ankle is on my right thigh. Take a big breath in. And I'm just going to hinge forward just a tiny bit. And you're going to feel this in your glutes, your buttocks. This is a great hip stretch, especially if you sit all day. Hips are tight. Oh, I love it. Again, every time you breathe in and out, see if you can sink a little bit deeper into that stretch. I'm pushing just a tad on my knee. I want to make sure it's still protected, but that kind of helps get a little bit of a deeper stretch. Good. Again, this may take a few times to kind of get our leg at this angle, so take your time. Take a big breath in. And release that foot down to the ground. All right, other side. So extend that left, right foot, whatever foot you're using. Heel is in the ground, toes pointed up. I'm hinging, just bending forward. And getting a nice stretch in that hamstring. Again, reach for that shin, toe, whatever feels good for you. And breathe. No, working out is a great way to just kind of step away from the busyness, craziness of life. Focus on yourself just for 30 minutes or however long you work out for. and embrace this time. This is for you. So block out every other distraction and just enjoy the moment. Be present. Good. Inhale nice and big. And bring that foot up on top of our thigh. So this time, foot's on the other thigh. Making an L. Take a big breath in. And exhale. Oof. Lean forward. Get a nice stretch in those hips. Again, every time we breathe out, I want you to sink a little deeper. Do that stretch if you can. Good. If you feel pain in your knee, don't push so hard or kind of readjust the angle of your ankle and everything. The stretch can be done laying down too, like on a bed, but I like the seated version. Feels good. Very nice. All right, let's bring that foot down to the floor. We're going to do another forward fold, but as we fold in half, we're just going to get a nice stretch in that lower back. So inhale those hands up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold, bringing that chest to our thighs. And then let everything hang heavy. You can shake your head, yes or no. And feel a nice stretch down that lower back. And walk your hands to one side. Those hands to the other side. Stay here for a couple more seconds. Now in order to get back up safely without getting too dizzy, I'm going to place my hands onto my thighs, pushing up through those palms, rolling up one vertebrae at a time, head coming up last. I'm keeping my eyes closed. Couple shoulder rolls as I breathe out. Take a big breath in. Just bring those shoulders up to your ears. Exhale, everything relaxes. Great job. So now we're stretched out a little bit. We're just going to focus on our breathing, which you would think breathing is like an involuntary thing we do all day without even thinking about it. But breathing is also really important for so many reasons. It reduces our heart rate, kind of calms our nervous system down, and it reduces our stress and anxiety, or if you're having a hard time sleeping, sometimes deep breathing just really helps kind of like relax the body. So that's what we're going to kind of play with. Plus, maybe for those of you who aren't able to get your heart rate up due to, mobility issues, whatever the case may be, keeping our lung function healthy is so important. It keeps us from getting some of those upper respiratory sicknesses. So lung function, super important. So that's what we're going to practice now. So feel free to close your eyes. You can place your palms on the tops of your thighs. Get comfortable. We're going to do what's called square breathing. And so this is a visualizing thing. It helps you focus. So I want you to visualize drawing a square, and we're doing 4 count breaths. So as we inhale through our nose for 4, I want you to visualize a line going up. So breathe in for 4 through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4. I want you to hold that breath for 4 seconds as that line comes across the top like you're drawing a square. As we breathe out through the mouth, we're drawing that line down for 3, 2, 1, and then hold for 4 across the bottom. So we're drawing that square. Good. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe it out for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 4, 3, 2. We're going to keep doing this for a minute, so you keep going at your own pace. As you breathe in, I want you to fill up those lungs. Almost visualize like you're smelling a good flower. And I want you to hold it up at the top, holding those lungs, staying nice and tall. As you breathe out, like you're blowing out a candle. And hold for 4. Really focusing on your breath. Every time you breathe out, really feel those muscles relax. Let's do one more round wherever you're at. Wonderful job. Sometimes it just takes 1 minute out of our day just to focus on our breathing, calm ourselves down, calm our minds down. And that's can be really hard, you know. It's a challenging disease to live with, and so if we can just take some time, get our bodies moving, get those endorphins going, get some nice stretching in, and then focus on our breathing, you can really turn your day around. It's a super important thing to incorporate into your life. You know, research says that you should be exercising about 150 minutes a week. And if we split that up throughout the week, that could be 30 minutes a day. You can break that up even smaller, maybe 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in the afternoon, and 10 minutes in the evening. So that's your goal, to get to that 150 minutes. But it takes some time. Be gentle with yourself. Give yourself lots of grace. So I want you to take one more big breath up. Reach those hands up to the sky. Exhale. And well done. Thanks for joining me, and I hope you come again soon.